subscriber, thank you so much for joining me as I participate in the May I Scraplift You for the month of May. Crystal Barrett from Pineapple Papers has put this all together. There is a list of people that you can scrap lift, but you can scrap lift anyone you like, and you can go in order or you can jump around in whatever your heart desires, and that is the most fun of all. So I am scrap lifting Beth on Instagram. She is at Beth2408. And I am doing an Easter picture from this year, 2023. This is my middle daughter, Meredith, and I got a picture of her. She may be the only one I remember to get a picture of when she found her Easter basket. It was in the freezer. So I have 3 young adult girls. They, I think it was last year, we started not hiding the baskets, just getting a little something for them in the same basket, almost like an ice cream bucket like they've had since they were little. They did not like that, and I said, you can go ahead and hide your sister's basket. So that's what they did. They kind of took turns hiding their sister's basket. So hers was in the freezer. And again, there's a lot going on this day, and so I did not get other pictures of the girls, although I did, after the fact, had the oldest, Jillian, take a picture of what she got in her basket, and then Eliza, I got, and a picture of her and her fiance, and then I got a picture of Eliza, the youngest, with her boyfriend. So here is Meredith, and I have this lovely layout to lift of Beth. And you know what? I mean, I keep saying straightforward. It's a nice, clean layout. And the other thing is this, I do not do this enough. So she's got that border around, she's got it framed, hers layout framed. So this is, and I got to check the back of it. It's from Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby. And look how it just gives, you can tell they're Easter eggs. There's not a lot there. And it gives that pop of color all the way around. So I love that. So that's what I'm going with. Now, the first thing I did was I went into my Easter things and I found this bright piece of paper, and I love scrapbooking with paper. And I started laying things down, and I haven't backed this photo yet. And I'll pull out a couple more things. But I didn't like the way this was. And if you notice in Beth's layout, she's got a nice muted behind. Here, I'll show you. This is packaging from Pink Paisley. So I cut this out my Cricut. Now you'll also notice that it doesn't have the top. It doesn't mark the top for some reason. Like this is the way it was in Cricut. This is what it did. I'm gonna take my marker and make that final line. I'll probably use a ruler. And then do the magic trick of cutting it so that you can have a little bit peeking out on top, a little bit peeking out on bottom. Oh, so once I, kind of figured things out, and I've got another thing other than the star to use over there, I pulled out this piece of Close to My Heart paper, which I've had for absolutely forever. And I didn't put it in my purple, I put it in the Easter just because it went along with these colors. And this is going to be my backdrop now. Kind of like the base for everything going on. And I'm much more happy with that. I did then use this paper as one of the layering pieces. So I fishtailed both sides, and I cut that out because it was 8.5 by 11 and it needed to be longer. So we've got that. And then this is, what does it say on here? Home Sweet Home. I think this is going to look nice up here. I'm probably going to trim it down and use it as a journaling piece up here. I can keep it. It'll still have the Home Sweet Home. It'll still have the lower part of this. So I'm going to do that. And this was in my Easter stuff cut out. I didn't use it last time. I'm going to glue these together. It doesn't cover this exactly, and in fact, I don't think it was meant to go together, but I like the way it gives it some color back there. So that's going to go there. This, I have a little bunch of ephemera. Let me get out the packaging. It's from Easter Wishes cardstock ephemera. It's from Photo Play. Easter Wishes, yep. So I've got that. So I pulled out the Hunt Is On because she was hunting for her basket. And then instead of the star, I wanted to go with something more Eastery. So I cut out these pieces from my Cricut. It's an Easter bunny rainbow. I just thought it was darling. And I think it's gonna still go just like the star, and it's gonna get layered back behind here. And then in my stash of Easter things was this title. So instead, she's got her best friends there. I'm gonna have Easter. And we have Spring Beauty here. So I think this can get layered in here. There's a couple more things going up here. I like Basket Full of Fun. And this, okay, so I have a whole iris bin full of just different holidays, one of them being Easter. I have a lot of Easter stuff, but I do have a full collection of Echo Park Hello Easter. I didn't want to break into it for all the rest of the pieces. I wanted to use what I had, but I did break into it just for that one sticker. And I might use something else too, you never know, but Basket Full of Fun is going up there. I'm gonna get some, probably that whole reinforcer as well as some twine up there. I'm gonna get my enamel dots out, and I think that's about it. So, although we've already gotten scrapping, let's get scrapping. This turns out so cute. I really like this one. So I did cut apart that tag, and I did use the pen to make the mark on top so that it looks like the purple line is going all the way across. I had originally cut these ears out in a pink polka dot, and I didn't like the way it looked. So I flipped it over and decided instead of just leaving it white, I was going to use this Distress Oxide in Picked Raspberry to color the inside of the ears. It doesn't show up all that great on camera, but it does look good in person. And I took a little piece of this plaid paper to make the whole cover for the whole reinforcer. And I knew I was going to be putting that underneath the picture, so it didn't matter. But I didn't like the way it was with all the colors. So I took that pretty purple that is the bottom color of the rainbow, and I used that for my tag reinforcer. And I really like the way it turned out. And I'm going to use some string just to put through that tag. So I use my ATG glider to get the adhesive on the back of the tag, and I just put the first one down where I think it should go, and then I do use my ruler just to get the top of the tag straight so that it doesn't look wonky, and it does give that effect of that it's all one big long tag. And then I'm gonna go ahead and glue down my picture. And that piece that I took off the journaling, the 3x4 card, it was like a Project Life card. I cut out the love banner just a little bit so that it will rest on top of that photo and just look like it's overlapping. So then I get the rainbow together and I glue the inside of the ears on. I want and I scoot the fishtail banner in there on both sides. And I want to make sure that lines up so that it looks like it's one piece and not wonky. And the rainbow I wanted to get overlapped a little bit, but I still wanted you to be able to see the majority of the rainbow. So I do mess around with it a bit, just making sure that it's placed correctly so that you really, because it's a major part of the layout. So I just want to make sure that it's kind of not center stage, because my photo is center stage, but second in line to center stage. I glue down my photo, and I have to put that love banner back in there because it keeps sliding off. But once I get both the photo and that glued down, I'm good to go. And I didn't use my Oh, nope. Yep, I did get my ruler out so that it lines up, because the worst thing in the world is to like put it down, you think it looks straight, get it into your album, and then you're like, oh, that's not straight. Now that I've got everything placed where I wanted it, I make sure kind of to hold it in place and put the adhesive underneath it. And it's very easy with the rainbow to use the liquid glue so that I don't have to get it out of its spot and try to, since I took so much care and to get it to the right spot, I don't want to move it. So I just sneak that liquid glue underneath it. And even here you can see I'm going to spread out the links of the rainbow, the colors of the rainbow a little bit, which really gives it more attention with the spaces in between the lines of the rainbow. I like the way that looks. I have this thing that's a banner that says excellent. It's been sitting on my desk for a long time, so that's going to end up on the layout. I'm just not sure where yet. And I know I want that pink sticker that says basket full of fun. And then the green piece says the hunt is on. And I get the egg glued down underneath the hunt is on. Meredith's basket was in our freezer. We try not to repeat any hiding spots, so the freezer was a new hiding spot. It didn't take her very long to find it. The challenge is to get a good hiding spot where someone doesn't find it right away, but not too difficult where they get frustrated, right? So this was a successful year. Here's that Easter. I'm going to lay that down, but first I'm going to get that pink Spring Beauty on there. Oh, no, first I'm going to get the orange. This is a Doodlebug sticker that's in with my Easter stickers. Meredith's favorite color is orange, so I do try to get orange. There is orange in the eggs that are on the border, but this is another good piece of orange to get in there. And I just trim that off. You'll notice I am not using my favorite Tim Holtz scissors. That was under something, so then I grabbed my Cutter Bee scissors. It works in a pinch, so that I can trim that down. I'm going to get that pink Spring Beauty down, but it was like a border strip, and it said Spring Beauty, Spring Beauty, Spring. So I cut off the spring, the last spring. So now it has the 2 Spring Beauties and some flowers, and then I just gave it a opposite of a fishtail banner, whatever you call that. And it fits in there quite nicely. It just, like it was meant to be there. And then the Easter, I have the E touch the bottom of the Spring Beauty to give it something to hang on to. And it's the perfect title down there. I do believe her title is up further, but it just really worked good in this corner. With that loud patterned paper, that bright patterned paper, it's hard to see anything on that sits on top of that. Although now that I say that, I'm putting the egg hunt kind of overlapping the picture, overlapping the rainbow, which is, you can see it from here, though you can't read it. It's on that green. It says egg hunt. And then excellent, that banner goes down right there. So we have an excellent Spring Beauty Easter egg hunt. Have a fabulous day. I'll see you again soon for another video.